Hi, this is JB from Now the Lights Over Arkham. Welcome to this presumably the last episode of the Unexpected Courage series, because as you may know, we are moving into chapter 2 after the Drowned City, so we are going to get a new core set and the new core set experience just in a few weeks or months, depending on when the new core box actually arrives here in Finland. But I thought I'll round up my Unexpected Courage series by playing the Drowned City with Marion Tavares, and I have built a deck for Marion only using 2 core sets, the old core sets and the Drowned City Investigator expansion. So let's hop over to arkhamdb.com and see what kind of deck I built for Marion. Okay, and this is the deck I have built only using the core set cards and the Drowned City Investigator expansion cards. As you can see, there are not that many Drowned City cards in the deck, only the crowbar. This is to help Marion get some clues without using her inferior ability of using the intellect. Then we have ready for anything. Well, this is basically made for Marion. The Marion is in the card art, and it is really good for her. And I think that's it. Not many cards from the Drowned City, and all the rest are from the core set, so I'm not going through them one by one. But as you can see, the core set, the old core set, really was a good core set. A lot of good choices there to be had when deck building, so hopefully the new core set for chapter 2 will be as good. We have seen all the cards so far, but I have yet to be able to play with them, so I'm hoping to get the core set soon enough and get to try the new core set out. And I might do a new Unexpected Courage series or something like that in the future, but I will definitely be doing deck building videos for my chapter 2 playthroughs, so look forward to those. But this will be the last Unexpected Courage for the cycle 1 or chapter 1 card pools. So that is everything. Our weakness is morbid curiosity, which came in the Drowned City Investigator expansion. So that is that. Without much more talk on the deck, let's hop back over to the scenario. As you can see, not a lot of cards that are good straight away for Marion. There were some choices I had to make. I was thinking of maybe trying the Book of War route with Marion, but again, the card pool with this much limitation is a bit bad for that strategy in your deck building. So if you want to make a Book of War deck for Marion, because she only has one hand slot, so you are basically holding the book all the time and then playing tactic events, but there are not that many tactic events, so again, maybe not that good of a strategy. Who knows? Try it out, tell me how it goes. But that is everything. We are ready to begin. I have set up the first scenario from the Drowned City campaign box, and it is the one last job. So without further delay, let's get started. Okay, and we are basically ready to start, so I'm going to put that over there. We don't need it right away. I am not going to read any of the fluff texts for anything. I'm just going to read what everything does. Basically, this is just to demonstrate how the limited deck building with the limited card pool works for the Drowned City expansion and the core set. But we'll see if we can finish this scenario. I have a couple of dynamites in the deck, so if we're getting really desperate, hopefully we can just blow everything up at the end. But we'll see. And story spoilers throughout, so be mindful of, so if you haven't played the Drowned City campaign expansion yet, be warned, I won't censor anything, and I will be playing just like you know the scenario. If you don't, just follow along and then play it for yourself. It's only the first scenario of the campaign, so there are a lot of more spoilers or surprises in the campaign to come. But first we'll draw our opening hand. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 overpowers, leather coat, vicious blow, and emergency cash. We don't need those at the beginning. That we can keep. I don't think we need that. I'll try to find something more useful. Unexpected courage, 2 determined, lucky, and leather coat, so not much better. Okay, well, it is what it is. Still noticed that I have forgotten to pick my tokens for my investigator. So this is my token silo, which I use for my investigator tokens. If you are interested in getting one, it is from GameGenic, so it's quite useful. So I have sorted these by class. So here is Marion. We don't need that anymore. So we start from there. Okay, so the first round of the game. Let's read these first. So we have Arkham Nightlife. After the last clue is discovered from an Arkham location, discard top 3 cards of the encounter deck one at a time. Spawn each criminal enemy discarded this way at the nearest empty location. And 7 Doom Threshold, questioning the gangs. Act 1. This act gets +1 per investigator clue threshold, so we need 3. And fast triggered ability, spend X clues parlay, discard an engaged criminal enemy with X remaining health at your location. Place 1 clue from the token pool on this act objective at the end of the round. If the number of clues on this act is equals or exceeds its clue threshold, advance. So we need to investigate or talk with criminals to advance this, but first off I'll just put down the leather coat. So we have more health soak. We might as well try to get this clue from here. So we are investigating 3 versus 3. And we'll commit the unexpected courage to the test. I am playing on standard difficulty. We have 1 tablet and 1 Elder Thing token in the chaos bag. So skulls are -X. X is the number of criminal enemies in play to a maximum of 4. The tablet is -2, -4 instead if there is a criminal enemy at your location. And Elder Things are -3 if you fail. Discard the top 3 cards of the encounter deck. Choose 1 criminal enemy discarded by this effect and spawn it engaged with you. So a lot of synergy with criminals. We are investigating 5 versus 3. -1. We don't even need to use the lucky. So we grab this clue and we have an action here. So I'm using that. So action investigators at this location spend 1 clue per group. Per investigator clues as a group. In your campaign log, record the investigators discovered an alien language. So I'm going to do that. And this is not an Arkham location, so we don't need to discard anything. So I'm spending this and I'll record. I have done that for my last action. No enemies will go to upkeep. We draw ready for anything and we gain a resource. And then we go to the next round. So we add do. A 1 of 7. Encounter card is Dissonant Voices. Can't play assets or events. Well, we weren't going to. We could have played the ready for anything, but well, we'll go explore Arkham. So first action, we'll move the Miskatonic University. 2 clues here, Shroud of 4. We are not going to try and get those. So I'm going to move. Let's go to River Town. I know it's a low shroud location, so we might try to get that clue as our last action. So we are investigating here, and I'm not committing anything. 3 versus 1. Elder Thing, -3 if you fail. 3 versus 1, we fail. Discard the top 3 cards of the encounter deck. Choose 1 criminal enemy discarded by this effect and spawn it engage with you. Well, that sucks. Well, we are trying to find the criminal, so that's maybe okay. 1, 2, 3. We found 1 criminal gang soldier, and it spawns engage with us. Luckily, we have a leather coat so to soften the blows a bit. And that is my turn. This goes away at the end of the round, but I'm not going to play anything. So enemy phase, this guy hits me for 1 damage. Take it onto the leather coat. And we ready. Draw a card, crowbar, and we gain a resource. That is that round. Let's go to the next round. So we add a doom. Encounter card is Swarm of Rats. So now we have 2 enemies. I'll play Ready for Anything. Play only as your first action, draw 1 card. 2 cards instead if you drew an enemy this round. Then heal 1 horror. This action does not provoke attacks of opportunity. We don't need to heal horror, but we want cards, so we draw 2. And because I'm using my ability, I get to draw 1 card, limit once per round. And I get to play a different event as fast, but I don't have any, which I could use at this situation. So, let me see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. So I'm going to kick the rats. Hopefully we can get rid of them. Four versus 1. Tablet is actually -4, so we could fail with -4s, but let's well, we have lucky, so -1. We succeed and kick the rats out. Last action, do we want to evade this enemy? We could try and do that, not to take any damage. Or let's just spend 3 clues, take 1 attack of opportunity, and play the crowbar. So I only have one hand slot, so I'll put it in the middle. And enemy phase, this guy hits me for 1 damage. And upkeep, we draw a letter code and gain a resource, and that is that round. We'll go to the next round. And counter card is Drawn to Darkness. Put Drawn to Darkness into play in your threat area, limit 1 per investigator. Your maximum hand size is reduced by 3 to a minimum of 1. Okay. We need to start playing cards here. So, let's think about it. I want to get this guy into the victory display, or discarded, and we might just hit this guy for 1, investigate with the crowbar. We could evade this first, so I'm going to evade it first. We are 3 versus 2. Skull is -1. We succeed because it's a number of criminal enemies in play. We'll use the crowbar to investigate, so we are investigating 4 versus 1. -1, we succeed, we'll get the clue. Last action, we will hit this guy for with that 4 versus 2. Let's go 5 versus 2. Let's see, -3 hand size, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have to discard something, so I'm just going to commit this. No point in saving it at the moment. Sorry. So we're just trying to deal 1 damage, so we can use the clue to discard this guy. -2. We succeed. This guy gets 1 damage. We can spend 1 clue and discard this and put 1 clue here. Still need 2 more. And that is our turn. No enemies will go to upkeep. We draw 1 card. I'll do it myself. Well, and we gain a resource. Well, we don't have to discard anything, that's at least good. But now we need to get rid of that. So discard 3 events from your hand, discard, I'll do it myself, so I can do that next round. So we'll go to the next round. We add a Doom, encounter card is End of Negotiation. Oh yeah, before that we cleared an Arkham location, so we discard the top 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. So this went out. We didn't find any criminals, so this is our card for this round. It is a locked door, so Miskatonic University is locked. We probably wouldn't be going there anyway, so I'm going to get rid of 1 lucky. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of these 3 to get rid of this. Then, first action, we'll play Ready for Anything. We'll draw a card. We also draw a card because we played an event. We don't have any events to play at this moment, but that's okay. We'll move to East Town. 2 shroud, 1 clue. And we'll try to investigate with the crowbar. I'm committing perception to the test. We are 6 versus 2. 0. We'll get the clue, and we discard the top 3 cards from here. We find gang informants. So after 100 times spawn each criminal enemy discarded this way at the nearest empty location. Well, that sucks. This go here. But after the investigator at gang informant's location discovers 1 or more clues while this enemy is ready, that investigator must either spend 3 resources or place 1 doom on the current agenda. Okay, well, they are not that troublesome at the moment. Oh yeah, and we succeeded, so we draw a card from the perception, and it is a beat cop. Well, that is our turn. No enemy actions will go to upkeep. These guys are aloof and not hunter. We'll draw a card, overpower, and we gain a resource, and we'll go to the next round. Encounter card is Frozen in Fear. Well, that sucks. Well, we can get rid of one of these, so I'll move here. I'll engage it for my second action, or my last action basically, and I will spend 1 clue and discard this to add 1 clue here. We still need 1 more clue. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think this took precedence for this spawn effect, so yeah. I'm just double checking, do I need to really... Okay, this only affects if I discover clues at this location, so that we're safe to investigate here, backtrack here next round and go from there. I'll try to get rid of Frozen in Fear. We are testing 2 versus 3, so pretty much not going to get rid of it. Ah, Elder Sign +1, that is lucky as hell. Search the top 3 cards of your deck for an event and draw it, shuffle your deck. No events, and we'll shuffle our deck. That was a really lucky Elder Sign, have to say. Okay, no enemy actions will go to upkeep. We draw guard dog and gain a resource, and that is that round. We'll go to the next round. We are 6 of 7, so we're pretty close of advancing. But if we'll investigate, move, we just won't make it in time there, because we need to be engaged with this. Oh, well, we'll just get the clue at least. And we could spawn an enemy near us to the north side maybe. So we'll just investigate with the crowbar. And we will commit overpower to this. 6 versus 4. 6 versus 3, I mean. And auto fail, of course. Well, nothing much we can do about that. And that is our crowbar used, so that sucks. And I know north side is, I think, 3 or 4 shroud 2 with 2 clues and a victory, so I really don't need to go there. So I'm just going to try to brute force this by investigating 3 versus 3. -3. Last action will investigate 3 versus 3. Skull. We unfortunately have 1 criminal enemy in play, so that is a -1. So we fail, no enemy actions will go to upkeep. We get perception and gain a resource. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 cards, so why didn't I play the guard dog? Well, next round maybe. And we'll advance the agenda. Wrong neighborhood. Where you going, pal? We just wanna talk. Spawn 1 set-aside gang enforcer. Enemy engage with the investigator with the most clues. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. So we get 1 gang enforcer. Actually, if we kill this enemy, we can use the evidence to get the clue from here. We could also get the clue, hit this, but we probably want the victory point, to be honest. Okay, and this comes engage with us, and put that aside. Long night. After the same thing, so if we clear our Arkham location, then we need to discard the top 3 cards in 7 Doom Threshold. We'll get an encounter card, and it is a swarm of rats, of course. Well, I think this round will be just fighting. But now I'm pretty pissed I didn't play the guard dog, because I could have really used it in play. But we have now the beat cop, which would help us. Okay, well, let's start easy, so we can actually hit the swarm of rats. I am hitting 4 versus 1. -3. We succeed, so that's good. We defeat an enemy. We will play evidence, grab the clue. We will draw a card for playing an event, and no events to play after that. And we have to discard the top 3 cards, and no criminals. So maybe we'll try to get this enemy into the or discard it so we can advance. Okay, so I will hit 6 versus 3. That is enough. We'll deal 1 damage. I will exhaust the crowbar. I hit 6 versus 3. We'll be sure and go 7 versus 3. We deal another damage. We'll spend the clue, discard this. Unfortunately, it goes into the discard pile, not the victory display, but we get our third clue. And at the end of the round, if the number of clues on this act equals or exceeds its clue threshold, which it does, advance. And we still have one action. So I'm going to play the Beat Cop to boost our combat by 1. And at the end of the round, we'll go to upkeep, no enemy actions, we'll ready up, draw Dynamite Blast, gain a resource, and we'll advance questioning the gangs. La Bella Luna. Downtown is connected to La Bella Luna. So we are at the downtown already. That's great. And let's read the rest of the text here. Revelation put La Bella Luna into play. Spawn the set-aside Naomi O'Banion enemy at La Bella Luna. Add the set-aside Act 2A, the O'Banion gang, and Act 3A. Face the music to the Act deck. Then advance to Act 2A. Okay, so let's see. We get Naomi O'Banion. I think I'm going to slide these down a bit. Let's see, this goes up here, but we first need to grab the cards. So the O'Banion gang and face the music. These are left there. And downtown was connected, so we'll put this up here. 2 clues on it. And that is the end of the round, so we'll go to the next round. We'll add a Doom. Encounter card is only... before we resolve that, I'll look what Naomi O'Banion does. So 3 fight, 4 health, and 4 evade. Humanoid criminal syndicate elite alert. Naomi O'Banion cannot move and gets +1 health per investigator, so 5 health. The first time Naomi O'Banion is evaded each round, ready her. Any investigator at her location may take 1 damage to prevent this. Okay, so, and the O'Banion gang. Naomi O'Banion gains action spent up to 4 resources, parlay test, book or agility 5. This gets -1 difficulty for each resource spent as part of this action cost. For each point you succeed by, place 1 of your clues on Naomi O'Banion. Objective: when damage is placed on Naomi O'Banion, advance. An objective: if there are 3 clues on Naomi O'Banion, advance. So I think we are going to go the damage route because we don't have a good way to get a lot of clues to get the difficulty of that test down. So we're just going to go in there, use the Dynamite Blast and nuke the hell out of the location. So the encounter card for this round is Tortured Visions. Revelation test, willpower 3. This test gets +2 difficulty if you have 3 or fewer cards in your hand. If you fail, take 1 direct horror and discard 1 card at random from your hand. Oh no, I don't want to discard my Dynamite Blast, but it is still 3 versus 3. I mean 2 versus 3, so there's a chance. -2, we fail. Let's shuffle these, so we lose 1 card, so we take 1 direct damage, or direct horror, I mean. And we lose that guard dog. Well, it's an extra ally, so not that mandatory. Okay, so I think we're just going to go in there, fight swinging our crowbar. So first action, we'll move in. We will engage Naomi O'Banion. We will use the crowbar to hit. We are 4, 5, 6, 7 versus 3. It is an auto fail. Luckily there's no retaliate, but we'll have to do the big move next round. I mean the Dynamite Blast thing. So I'm going to use Overpower and try to hit again. So we are 7 versus 3. -2. That is enough. We deal 1 damage. We draw a card from the Overpower. It is another guard dog. And when damage is placed on Naomi O'Banion and advance. Sheldon's Come Calling. Spawn the set-aside Sadie Sheldon and Gang Enforcer enemies at La Bella Luna. Okay, this is going to hurt. So this is... I'll just put these engaged enemies here, so it's easier for me to see them. So all of these are engaged with me. Search, let's see. Okay. Spawn the set-aside Shady Sheldon and Gang Enforcer. Done. Search encounter deck and discard pile for 1 copy of Gang Soldier and spawn it at La Bella Luna. Okay, well, that is 1 copy of Gang Soldier. So this guy is not here. These all are engaged with me, so this is going to hurt a lot. I just wish I had dodge, but I don't. Okay. Let's see. If there is at least 1 clue on Naomi O'Banion, place 2 damage on Sadie Sheldon. Move up to 2 clues from Naomi O'Banion to any non-elite criminal enemy at La Bella Luna. There are none. Each enemy with clues on it disengages from each investigator and gains a aloof, while there are clues on it. So we are just ignoring that. Face the music. Each criminal enemy with clues on it gains aloof. Action, remove 1 clue from criminal enemy at your location. Parlay that enemy deals its damage to another enemy at your location. Objective, when the round ends, if there is at least 1 elite enemy in the victory display, advance. So that is basically our goal next round, to survive or get an enemy into the victory display. But we might die before that, but we'll see. So enemy action, so we'll take 7 damage. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we are basically dead. And we draw a card and we gain a resource, so that is that round. We'll go to the next round. We could try to do it the old way, or we probably won't be able to. Choose either your connection location or a connecting location. Deal 3 damage to each enemy at 2. Okay. Well, we'll draw an encounter card. More enemies. Well, that's great. So if we move, we're dead. Yeah, probably not a wise idea to just go in swinging, but that's Arkham for you. I could just... we basically need 4 damage on Naomi or Banyan. Okay, we'll... Okay, so I'm deducting that I don't have a way out of this alive, so I'm just going to go out with a bang here, and we'll see what happens. So we are going to kill all of these. Sadie Sheldon will probably, or oh yeah, she also has +1 health, so no help there. So oh, this enemy is annoying. So the first time each round an investigator at this enemy's location attacks another criminal enemy, gang enforcer readies and attacks that investigator. So that screws us over. We have actions. I forgot. So if we hit that, we die, because this hits for 2. Beat Cop only tanks for 1. Yeah, that sucks. We'll just blow everything up. This is dead, this is dead. This goes into the victory display. 3 damage here, 3 damage here, and I'll take 2 damage and get defeated by damage, unfortunately. Yeah, well, it was worth a try, at least. Okay, well, we are defeated, so we read the resolution. If no resolution was reached, each investigator resigned or was defeated, you drag yourself battered and bruised back to Tillinghast esoteric and lean heavily on the shop door. The stained glass window depicts a pyramid with a cyclopean eye that stares at you with unfeeling affectation. Something about it has always seemed uncanny, unsettling. After a long pause, you steady yourself against the door frame and enter the shop. Inside, you find Ruby and Andy gathered around Randall's desk, appraising a small green figurine. Randall leans forward in his chair and peers at you and the others over steepled fingers. Better late than never, I suppose. My suspicion have been confirmed. The relic is genuine. Well done. What if I told you I had an offer too good to refuse? In your Campbell log record, Ruby won the bet. Each investigator earns experience equal to the victory X value of each card in the victory display. It is 1. So that didn't go well. If the investigators discovered an alien language, you discovered this glyph and proceed to interlude, an offer you can't refuse. And that was the Unexpected Courage series done. Didn't go that well. I probably could have played this a bit better. I had plenty of time to figure out how to do, maybe try to chalk Naomi onto my side, but again, not good at evading, not good at using the book. So we tried it this way and it failed. We didn't have, we basically would have needed to have a full leather coat and the guard dog in play to tank enough damage to survive, but it wasn't meant to be. But yeah, that was that. So look forward to more Arkham horror videos in the future, but probably more chapter 2 related than chapter 1. I can't say if I will ever film more chapter 1 videos, probably will, but we'll see what kind of videos those are. But hope you guys like this playthrough. Thanks for watching and until next time.